Sandra, welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I go live right now or post a new video. So I'm doing a very, very brief live stream right now because I'm about to Skype my best asexual friend very soon. And so tonight's episode is all going to be about why it's autumn to be single. So I saw one of my Facebook friends in another group, and she was feeling bad about being single because her parents had been talking about when she going to get someone, because someone she knows was getting married, and family members in general can put pressure on asexuals to like, when are you going to give me children, when are you going to get married, where and lead the normal life. And you have to understand, like, whatever sexual orientation you are, that being single is absolutely fine. It's fantastic, because a lot of aromantic asexuals, those that lack romantic attraction, lack sexual attraction, they don't actually want a relationship. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with not wanting or being in a relationship ever. For me, it's very difficult because I've kind of been programmed to be in a relationship with someone. I tried it for a lot of years. It didn't work out. The people weren't very good, though, that I was in relationships with. And I'm so used to being single now. Like, I've been single for predominantly single, not totally single, predominantly single. Like, I haven't had a long-term relationship since 2011. We're now in 2021. So, for me, I've been single for a very long time. I've lived on my own now. This is like 16 and a half years. Like, the people that installed my washer dryer yesterday, they were like, how long have you lived here for then? A while? I'm like, yeah, like over 16 years, like 16 and a half years. 2004 I moved in, so yeah, I know I'm too young for that, obviously, but that's a lot of years to live on your own. So I don't actually want to live with anyone. For me, because I'm a romantic person, I do still crave a relationship in the romantic sense, the soulmate sense. I do believe I've got a romantic soulmate somewhere as well. And I think if you've got the right person and you do want a relationship, then it's good to have one. But if you don't want a relationship, it's equally good not to have one. And there's nothing wrong with being single. I do actually love my single life so much. I've got loads of affirmations all around my home, in my hallway, in my toilet, even in my kitchen, that says, and even in my bedroom as well, it says, happy being single. I'm very happy being single. And so, I've got these post-it notes everywhere. And the more I'm on my own, we're locked down again in the UK as I'm recording this live in 2021. The more I'm on my own, the more I like being single. But I do love having friends. Friends make life so much better. You feel more supported, more cherished, more loved. And if you don't get into relationships, it's not the end of the world, even if you do want one, if you don't get into one, because if you've got great friends, they just make you feel loved and special anyway. And obviously you can do that with yourself. I've been working really hard on going back to what I know best and I love best, which is my Asexual Guide to Sex book. I'm writing again, trying to finish that book now, because, people are waiting for it. Unfortunately, one of the people in the books decided that they don't want to continue being in the book, which is fine. People have their own things that they need to, reasons for why that is. I don't know the reason, but I wish them lots of love. But I've still got 18 stories to the book, including mine, which is a great number because 8's my lucky number, in case you didn't realise that. So I'm quite happy with 18 stories of the book. It's an even number as well. I like that. So yeah, and I always have to make sure that everyone in the book, I've had their consent, that I've worked on their stories with them. They're happy for it to go in the book. That's very, very important. I'm always consensual with even people being in my books, so my questionnaire, and people approached me, a lot of people approached me, but it's only the people that really want to be in the book that spend the time doing all the questionnaire with me and answering their questions and all the edits and everything for months, and them being happy being in the book that are, but being single is awesome because you can do what you want when you want. You have a great deal of freedom. You don't have to answer to anyone. You can stay out till 2 or 3 in the morning if you want. You can get up really early and go for a sunset stroll. you can basically do what the hell you want. Obviously, you know, in the situation with lockdown, there's restrictions. But do you know what I mean? You got no one, like, my ex used to moan at me when I watched certain films because he didn't like them in the end and stuff like that. You know, you've got no hassle, no drama like that. You've just got yourself to look after and care for if you live on your own. If you live with parents, and obviously you've got parents or family there, you know, but you know, it's great. You've got freedom. You can do what you like, when you want, with whom you want, wherever you want, basically. And you know, it's just a brilliant life. You know, I'm so used to being single now that I am questioning, even at the moment, if I should actually be in a relationship in the future, if it's gonna be right for me to do that, because I'm so used to being so free. I am a very free spirit in some ways, you know, in quite a lot of ways, actually. You know, I don't take well really to being in large groups of people that much, you know. Even my asexual meetups are quite small, and I like it that way, small and, you know, comfortable. But you know, that's not to say I can't be part of something bigger. I've like, you know, worked in places like department stores before, but I've kind of worked as a single entity within those department stores, or a small team within those department stores. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. But remember, there's nothing wrong with being single. Single is awesome. So if your family, friends, or anything start moaning at you, going, "Why aren't you married?" Just say, "I love the single life. I love being free. I love my freedom, my liberty. Love being able to do what I want when I want." And you know, if you're going to be like that for the rest of your life, just be honest and say, "I'm going to be like this forever because it's what's right for me. And so long as I'm happy, I just want you to be happy for me." Not everyone will be happy about that because they've got such, you know, their own ideology and everything, and you cannot change them. You know, you just have to let them go on their way, and you know that you're okay, you know, being you. Rob, I've got to go and Skype my best asexual friend now because I'm meant to be Skyping them. Rob, I'm also worried how I can live with someone else after living on my own for so long. Ah, thanks, Rob. Yeah, I'm looking for a living apart together relationship. So I don't actually want to live with a person, but I'd ideally want the person to come live near me because I love living in my city, specifically a flat I live in, and I live 5 minutes from the quayside as well. It's lovely to see you, Rob. Lots of love to you. Thank you for that, saying that. But yeah, so you just need to tell someone a living apart together relationship, because I say that from the off for everyone. I'm not interested in living. I like living on my own. I like paying my own bills. You know, like, I don't like sharing a bank account, don't like sharing bills, don't like sharing food money. If the guy wants to cook and clean for himself, that's great, because I'm not doing that for the guy either. You know, but I've got to go because I'm 1 minute late for my best friend. They'll be like, "Why aren't you here, Sandra? Why aren't you here?" I am actually on Skype, but I haven't finished the conversation yet, so I'm going to have to go. Oh, Sam. Sam's space ace is my best friend Sam, and they've caught me being 1 minute late for them. Sorry, Sam. Caught me being 1 minute late. And chop chop, yes, I have a wonderful partner. We have no interest in living together, but I plan to move closer. That's perfect. I'm glad Sam came in and gave that bit of advice at the end as well. But yeah, so Rob, you do need to like tell the person, whatever person, get a compatible person, someone who also, thanks for the thumbs up, lots of love, someone who no, Rob, I usually do a lot of like longer live streams. It's only because I'm Skyping my best friend Sam tonight. We usually do it on Monday nights, but we've shifted it this week. And I've been very busy today with my new washer dryer, and I had a mattress. I had, like, you'll notice my bed semi-naked. This is the bottom sheet because oh, Sam will let me off. That's good. So yeah, so basically, you know, like I had to turn my mattress over and pop it against the wall, and I ended up looking like a turtle because I was squished. You can't see it, but I was basically, you can't see it, but I was squished between the mattress and the base of the bed, and I was like this, and then I look like a turtle with it on my back, which is quite amusing, but it's not good because if you're not careful, you get, you know, the weight of the mattress is so heavy, you've got to be able to push yourself out of it. It's quite hard. I have to use the wall to prop it up. But yeah, it'll just prolong the life of the mattress for a bit longer. So Rob, you just need to tell someone that, you know, that you want a living apart together relationship, which is known as an LAT. So that you know, from the off, you need to tell them that, you know, because a lot of people, they're not actually happy with that. I've met quite a lot of romantic asexuals actually. If they're aromantic, they're usually fine about it because they don't need romance. And for some reason, people think romance and living together goes together. But Sam's romantic and their partner's romantic, I'd say, you know, and they don't live together either. But Sam's moving nearer them, so that's good. So you've got to you've got to understand though, if you're not living together, you've got to work out like the amount of distance that you're happy with, with that's, the distance that you're happy with traveling to them, or they move to you or you've moved to them. I'm a non-mover, so I have to look for someone who'll move to live near me, because I want, I live 5 minutes walk from the gorgeous quayside in Exeter. I don't want to give that up. The only other place I have considered living is London, but I still think the quality of life down here is probably going to be better. I mean, at the moment it certainly is, because of the the lockdown situation, and rates of the sea going up is worse in London than it is down here, although it's not good down here like it used to be. But like, I've got fresh air, I can walk out on the quayside, it's 5 minutes walk from where I live, and it's it's like beautiful, and I've lived here on my own for 16 and a half years now, and I don't want to move out this flat really. It's got everything I need in it for one person, and I living with someone is not what I want. So I'm used to my own space. I'm used to going to sleep at like 2, 3, 4 a lot of the time, 4 usually in the morning. And so a lot of the time it doesn't work out, because if I move with someone and live with someone, then that person it just if a person stays over my place, it's not good, because they want to go to sleep at 10 or 11, 12 maybe at the latest, and I'm up, and I can't really sleep in the same bed as someone, especially not if they want to go to bed at that time. It's like, I want to just work, like do website work, do writing work, do blogging, vlogging, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously a lot of the time on here I come in late, but I'm 5 minutes late for Sam now. So Rob, I need to find someone first. I need to find someone first. But it's good to know it's okay to live apart and it works. Yes, it's good. I'm glad Sam told you that, because a lot of people don't realize that it can work. There before, years ago, I know there was a newspaper article, like actual paper, not online paper, but actual real newspaper, and it said that 10% of the UK population is having a living apart together relationship, and they weren't asexual, I doubt. And also in my one of my old jobs, I had a man and woman come in looking for bedroom furniture together, but for each of their own separate homes. And they were married, as far as I remember as well. They were married, but they just lived separately. So they were both hunting for furniture together for each of their homes, but they lived separately. So, and I knew a bloke in my old job 3 years ago, and he had lived separately to his woman as well. Sometimes people change their mind and they decide to move in together after years of living on their own separately. Sometimes they do. But a lot of the time people are happier living apart, if they that's what they genuinely like. Sam, yeah, living apart is fine if you're both in agreement. My aunt and uncle are married but live separately. Yeah, so you do have to they will still see each other all the time and are happy. Yeah. Is that your Auntie Margaret, Sam? I should have asked that before. Yeah. But it's really good to know that that they're happy, because I don't want to live with someone. It just wouldn't be good. I've done that before and I hated it. I don't want to share a bank account. Oh no, Sue, thank you for correcting me. So yeah, it wouldn't work out for me, I don't think. Romantic wise, I love the idea. Romantic wise, it's like, oh my god, my guy's going to be with me and we're going to be cuddled up. But if he stays over occasionally, it'd probably be a blooming nightmare, because it's like, well, I'm not tired, I just need to go and do some work. And he usually, if I have guys in the past stay over my place without having sex, obviously, it's like I have to get up now and start doing work because I can't sleep, and they want to go to sleep, and because I have a studio flat, I'm just in one room, there's no separate room for them. They get narky with me. It's like, oh well, you're spoiling my sleep. It's like, well, I did tell you to book into a hotel if you're visiting me, because obviously this is what you've got to think of, Rob. If you've got to travel to see someone, how far are you prepared to travel? Are you prepared to move? And if so, traveling, have you got a car? And how long do you want to do that for? Do you want to commute forever, or are you going to move to live near them? Or is that person willing to do that for you? So that's the type of thing you've got to find out. You've got to, for me, I always say I'm a non-mover, because I just, I haven't like, there was one guy I really liked a lot, and I did consider, like, in the future years if I could possibly move to live up near him, but it wouldn't have worked out anyway. Because I like being in the city. I can't live out in the countryside, and it just would do my head in. So, you know, and I don't ever want to move, really. I want the guy to move to come and live near me. So, Sam, I stay at my partner's, takes a couple of hours to get there, but I plan to move close to them as soon as possible. So yeah, so you know, like if you're like commuting, it's good to stay over your partners if they've got space, you know. But you have to bear in mind, like for me, first of all, if I was going to like get a partner, I wouldn't have them come and stay in my flat in the beginning anyway, because I don't know them, and they would have to book into a hotel in my city. You know, there's a hotel just up the road or just that other way. So you know, they can come and visit and stay in a hotel, but obviously that's going to cost them money. It's not sustainable in the long term unless you've got a well-paid job to go and stay in a hotel. But with me specifically, I don't have any space here. I don't even have a lounge. This room is what I live in. I have a small kitchen, a small toilet, and a smaller shower room and a hallway that goes to this bedroom, which is like where I live all the time. So, Sam, yeah, I can't have my partner at mine as I have a studio flat. Yeah, Sam, that's just like mine. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm a studio flat, so you know, it's just impractical. I mean, you know, I would occasionally, if he was really up for it and I'd known him some time and I was comfortable enough having it in my room, but I can't usually sleep next to someone, so it just means that I'll be up for hours, and then he would literally usually moan going, oh, I'm not getting sleep, it's all your fault, and start trying to cause an argument. And it's like, well, no, I've told you I'm not good at anyway at sleeping in the same bed as someone, because I've got fibromyalgia. I can't usually sleep in the same bed as someone because I need I need all this, my hand on the wardrobe, I need all my space to move around in bed because I can't have anyone touching my pressure points. With fibromyalgia, it's a chronic pain condition that affects the nerves and muscles of the body, and you know, I need no one near my pressure. Even if they're not directly touching my pressure points, I can feel their body near them, and it makes me go like this, and then it's no good. All my body's tense, so I need really massive amount of. I've got double bed all to myself because I need it, you know. And so it's not good. Like theory, I like cuddling up to my guy, but in practice, it sometimes really hurts my neck because I got pain and stuff. When I'm on my own and single, I don't notice this stuff. That's another benefit for me being single, because I don't have to deal with another person trying to explain to them how my fibro pain works. And like one day I might be able to have their arm around me for a while, and then the other day it might be too painful to do that much, or you know what I mean. And one day certain position might be all right for cuddling, another day it might be difficult for me, and you know, and like I need space in bed, you know, but I also like cuddling, but I can't have someone cuddling me in bed even if I was in bed anyway, and then I can't really sleep. So you know, it goes on and on and on, which you can see why I like being single now, because it's a lot less hassle for me, a lot less drama for me, a lot less problematic for me because of my personal health issues, which aren't such a big deal until you've got someone else involved in them, like you know, some other scenario. It's a lot harder then, do you know what I mean? And so you know, it just becomes really difficult for me, so I need a really understanding guy. And obviously for me, because I'm globally known as asexual, and I'm only going to get more famous for my asexual works. I'm on my second book for asexuals. I'm going to be doing more books for asexuals, and it's my life purpose and mission to get asexuality recognised globally as a sexual orientation its own right. I need a strong guy who's going to be like supportive of that, you know. And I'm not interested in these secret relationships either, you know. So for me personally, I'm going to stay single forever unless I find the right guy. You know, he's got to be strong, he's got to be supportive of the asexual work I do, supportive of me publicly, want to be in photographs with me, want to kiss, cuddle and hold hands a lot in public as well, which a lot of guys are like, oh, in public. I'm like, most younger guys in their 20s don't usually care unless they're worried about the fact I'm asexual or a bit older, but you know what I mean. Oh, hi Theola, it's nice to see you. I'm gonna have to go because I've got to Skype Sam, who's Space Ace, in the chat, and they're having a takeaway that's going to be coming soon as well. And so I've got to go because we need to spend some quality time together. I just wanted to charge him by the minute here. Yeah, so I'm gonna go, but I just wanted to touch base with you and let you know, like Rob and everyone else, it's okay to be single. And it's okay if you want a living apart together relationship. Just be very upfront and honest about that. And obviously, if there's asexuals watching this that don't want a relationship ever, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Just tell people. Just be honest and say, I'm happy. If people can see you're happy and confident being happy, being single, they're not going to have a problem. People usually have a problem if they can think you're unhappy because of it. Yeah, no? And obviously, the people that do have a problem with it, it doesn't, just ignore them, spend less time as possible with them, and be around people who really support you for who you are, love you for who you are, and who actually, are happy that you're happy. That's all that counts in the end of the day, your happiness, and not everyone's going to have the same ideology of what that happiness is. But so long as you know what makes you happy, the people that genuinely love you and care about you and like you as a person, not because they're obliged to do so, will actually do just that. They will love you for who you are, support you for who you are, and they will be there for you. Good times and bad, and they will just adore you for who you are. And I've got great friends like that, including Sam. So I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Thank you for the thumbs up. Lots of love, Viola. Lots of love, Rob. Lots of love, Sam. And I'm already got Skype open for Sam. So I'll see you soon. Yeah, see you soon. Bye. Lots of love. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that great big bell icon. Bye. Bye, Viola. Bye, everyone.